Hello everybody, I'm Ty's Model Trains, and today I want to talk about a few things regarding to the model train hobby as a whole. Now, as you all know, in my past videos, I've done a lot of Trackmaster Thomas stuff. That's because I was highly into, at the time, not at the time of those videos, but at a certain point in my life when I was a kid, I was highly into Thomas. And I thought I would reshare some of my magic that I had with that fandom with you guys on YouTube. Now, and I kept those videos up for a while, and then when the whole FTC and COPA stuff, I had to go back on my channel and delete everything because I didn't want to lose my comments, or I didn't want to lose my comment section because of the whole COPA thing. Because nowadays, if your channel and videos are directed towards kids, you will lose those features. And that was something that I did not want to happen. But now, when it comes to Transformers, now I also have a second channel called Cyberverse Prime. That's basically my main channel. That's my go-to channel because that's where I get most of my views from. And Transformers is a completely different regard when it comes to Thomas. Now, this is just something that I might be able to do. I'm not too sure if I can, but I was going to mark this channel as not made for kids. But unless if there's a neutral position where if I don't mark it, and because since my channel is so small, since this channel only has like 100 subscribers, I thought maybe I could do one to two things. One, make all my content not made for kids and still do Thomas stuff with models and not the toy trains, and then make a third channel that is geared towards kids. But this is what I came up with instead. I thought, you know what, let me still review the Bachmann Thomas models, but label that as made for kids. Now, before you say anything, and because I know a lot of you are going to say, well, then you're going to lose your comments. Well, guess what? I'm gearing that towards kids. That way, one, kids could probably get into the hobby, and it could probably revamp the hobby. And I personally think that, plus the packaging says 8 plus, so I was thinking, you know what, if kids want to get into the hobby, why not they start off with the Thomas merchandise? So that's what I'm getting at. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Now, the more realistic engines, trains and everything, I can gear that towards adults because adults tend to not want Thomas. Now, that's completely different for me. I want both because I grew up with the show when I was a kid, and I loved when they did the model series for Thomas and Friends, and I thought it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. But then slowly but surely I got into the Transformers because I thought robots transforming into cars was pretty cool too. So, take your pick. So I'm going to try and do kid model train friendly videos for just kids, which is the Thomas stuff, and then still do the collector type stuff for the adults. That way, you guys, if you are into the Thomas stuff, you can still comment. It's just that you won't be able to comment on that specific video. You can say, I thought you could, like, if you're a parent that's watching my Thomas video, if you're a parent that's watching my Thomas video, and you're highly impressed with my review and you think that the product is nice, parents will be able to comment on some of my videos saying, hey, I thought your, like, Bachman Henry or Bachman Gordon was a huge impact on my son or daughter or niece, nephew, grandson, whatever. Your impact on that video has made him want to get into the hobby that I also enjoy, or that he wants to get into the hobby. Thank you for your video, you know, something like that. And that's what I want to hear. I'm trying to, granted, I know a lot of my Thomas folks that watch my channel are going to be sad that you won't be able to comment on that specific Thomas video. But hey, if kids want to get into the hobby, fine, I don't care. It's just, I think it would be cool if, you know, kids saw the Thomas video, and that goes for all generations of kids. I mean, kids are not going to stop being made, obviously. I mean, I know that's an adult reference, so I guess this video will be made for adults because of that reference. And personally, I just think that that would be a smart way of handling this situation. That way, I'm not making, like, hang on. Now, the reason why I have my trains in my room right now is because it's snowing outside, and my garage, that's where I have all of my train stuff. It doesn't have a heating or cooling element in there, so I have to bring my trains in when it's like a really hot dog day. That way the wires and shit don't fry or anything, and then that way the wires also don't freeze during a cold winter like it is right now. So say that I'm reviewing like, if kids really want to get into the HO scale line or in any kind of train hobby, like if I do a review on, obviously I can't because of the traction tires, but if I review something like this, the HO scale Lionel Polar Express, this will be marketed towards kids, and I can show kids that it's easy to operate. You might need adult assistance or parent assistance to operate it, but other than that, this is something that a kid's going to want. Now, marketed, I would suggest you get the Lionel starter set, because I'm actually thinking about getting it myself. I know this is off topic, but I did see that they did make they did make a traditional Lionel Polar Express HO scale train set. I will be getting that because I like the snow on top of it, and if I get that, that'll be about $400, and I will probably make an entire Magnalock track system for just that train on the bottom shelf of my layout. That way the top is, you know, a mix of everything, Thomas, real life, stuff like that, and the bottom will just be Polar Express. And then maybe, if it's possible, I'll try and get a Christmas Thomas or something and run it on there. But say I'm reviewing this, and this is marketed towards kids. Kids like it, they get into the hobby, the parents love it, they can't comment. But when I review something like this, now I haven't done a review on this yet, at all, not even when I uploaded previous videos. Oh, no, I did do a review on this, it just wasn't well made. say I'm doing a review on this. This is a Bachmann HO scale non-sound equipped J-Class 611. This is a highly detailed model. It's easy to break. This is definitely not a toy. This is definitely a model. And I would mark this as not made for kids because it's a model. There's no bright colors on it. There's no face at the front. It's in a nice foam packaging. This is clearly a model train. This is not a toy. So, since made for kids stuff, not made for kids stuff is marked under the adult category, you will be able to comment on this video and you can tell me how much you enjoyed the review. And also, it'll kind of, like, even if YouTube's bot or whatever, the YouTube forum goes under and they see the comments and it's like, this is no Thomas video, they must be talking about something else, so it's kind of a way to still communicate with me and, stuff like that. Now, I know a lot of you are high Thomas fans, and that's why you're on this channel. But, like I said, some changes are going to be made. And changes will have to be made in order for me to keep going and to keep this channel alive. Because I would like to at least see 300 views. 300 subscribers or 200 subscribers at least this year. Because I'm already on Cyberverse Prime. I'm already at almost 300, and that's a big deal for me. I never thought I would reach 300 subscribers on that channel. I believe I'm at like 230, 231 or 232, and that's almost that's I just need about 70% more people to subscribe. Or about 70 people to subscribe to that channel, and I'll be at 300 subscribers. This channel is, like I said, it's not doing so hot because I don't upload constantly, and I guess my content is just not hitting the mark, So, some changes will be made to some of my content. I will try and do some reviews on this stuff when I get the chance. Right now, I'm trying to get more locomotives in my collection, maybe some more train sets, because I kind of found a cheat in this hobby. If you want a particular engine, it's almost cheaper to buy the sets. Even though you're getting low quality in the train set, it's still okay, because like in some of the Bachmann train sets, yes, you still get the steel crappy track, and you get plastic wheels and plastic axles for your rolling stock, and sometimes your locomotive. Well, that's where they have the option where you can buy metal wheels, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy all the metal wheels that Bachmann has, and just start taking off the plastic wheels and stuff, and start putting the metal ones on there. Instead of just buying new rolling stock in the Silver Series line and, that way just to have metal wheels. That's why I like in this hobby that you have options, and that's really nice. So, yes, it has been announced that collector-oriented stuff like the 611, that will be made for just adults and not kids, because that's not going to appeal to kids. That's an engine that most rail fans and adults are going to know. Thomas is a kid's dream. That is a character, that is a cartoon, that is a talking train that's not realistic. That's going to appeal to kids. So that's why I'm saying the Thomas stuff will be made for kids and the collector stuff will remain as adults. So I highly appreciate you guys watching this video. If you did like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, check out the rest of my channel. There will be some new videos coming out soon because I have some other stuff coming up in my life But anyways, guys, peace out. I love y'all, and I'll see you next time.